Last time on My Little Skyrim. So,
Glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
don't sound so
Let's move out.
enthusiastic, jeez. And now, the next episode. Welcome, Brony nerds and gamers, to My Little Skyrim. So we're just getting done with the first quest, and as I'm wrapping up, I realize there's something really funny up here. There's 3 bodies that are just lying around, and as you can see by the the titles of their bodies, they are vampires thralls. Uh, we've got vampires to deal with. And normally I would say,
Stole your sweet roll.
no one stole my sweet roll. Now shut up.
You tried mercy.
We've got an issue of something very important, because here we have a master vampire, and let's get a good look at him, because you never really get to see these guys like here. But what did he do? Like, how did he get here? You got some vampire dust, and as I noticed last time I checked, some pretty freaking awesome armor and a steel sword, which we're gonna take. And just for good measure, we're going to come over here to the workbench and we're going to use. And we're going to see if we can increase its abilities. We can. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. Now the only thing is that my armor is already better than the vampire armor. The boots are the same. Now the thing is about about any armor is that you have to keep the whole set together, otherwise you don't get a bonus from it. Now since I'm not high enough level to get any kind of bonus, it doesn't really matter. So for now, since it literally amounts to a small tiny bit of difference in armor and the loss of an enchantment. That's the other thing, is that I lose this enchantment. That's actually a big deal. I'm not entirely sure what to do. Lydia, what do you think? My new follower that I received in our last episode. Lydia doesn't talk very much.
Here.
Yes, I know you're still in there. I didn't ask her anything about the Thane and the Housecarl.
You lead, I'll follow.
You know what? Let's go ahead and ask. Okay, I'm a Thane. What does that mean?
The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are.
And it literally does mean that. If you do something, like if you steal something, or even if you pick a fight with someone, you can just be like, yo, I'm Thane, fuck off, and they'll do it and they'll listen. However, apparently I think there is like a limit of how much you can get away with before they're like, okay, you know what, Thane or not, you're not getting away with it. But what does a Housecarl do? Because that's what Lydia is.
As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
Lydia doesn't seem too happy about that. But I need you to do something.
All right, what is it?
What is it? What do I need you to do? Follower commands. You've entered the command state to issue a command to follow.
What do you need?
Let's see.
If we killed the dragon once, we can do it again.
Let's.
With your help, of course.
No, I don't want you to attack the Whiterun guard. Oh, I know what I want you to do. Is the chopping block's being used. Don't attack him. I want you to use the chopping block. This is one of the things you can use.
Can't do that. Sorry.
Oh, okay, just wait over there.
Okay, got it. Anything else?
Press escape and get rid of that.
I work
Oh,
for
okay.
Bellathor and the general goods store.
Yes, I bet you do. The question is what happened with these vampires? Maybe someone around here knows. How about you, Amryn?
My wife's a good woman. She can be a little
No,
hard-headed sometimes.
you're not the one I want to talk
Which
to.
is
I
the
already gave you your sword back. What about you?
You're someone who can get things.
All right, what have you
finest
got for
weapons
what have you
in
got for sale? Let's see. My Imperial sword is just fine. We don't need either of these steel swords. Yeah, we got an ancient Norbow. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know what to do about this vampire armor. I wanna keep it and use it because it looks awesome. But at the same time, my normal leather armor is perfectly much better. I think what we'll do is we're just gonna keep a hold of it, and we'll use the leather boots too, even though they're the same. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But we'll keep a hold of the armor, and who knows, maybe it'll come in handy. I bet you that maybe some vampire armor will come in handy with us in the not too distant future. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to do my my pre-recording stuff, but that's okay. We're just going to ignore it. Since you
forget
don't
to
know
check
anything,
inside the shop if
who
you
else?
need.
Who would? Someone, you, guard. There's some vampires in the middle of the here.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot
Yeah,
happier.
okay. Oh, you have nothing to say then. Fine. What about my journal? I mean, does my journal have anything to say? No. Speak with the leader of the companions. Join the storm. In my time of need. That's not a quest I'm going to do right now. I could do it really, really quick. I mean, if I just turn her in, it takes really quick. All I have to do is go into I just have to find the woman and turn her in. But instead, we are going to actually continue on with the main quest so we can get our shouts. We need to get our... here's our plan. We're going to get the whole Fushoda. And then once we get the whole Fushoda, we'll take a break from the main quest and go to Falskar. That'll be the goal right now. That's our goal, is getting the Fushoda and then going to Falskar. So it will take some time, I'm sure. It'll certainly be a few episodes, at least 2 or 3 episodes before we get to Falskar. So if you guys are patient, I promise Falskar will certainly be in our near future. The reason why I want to make sure to get the Fusroda is although the game, although the Falskar mod was designed to be able to complete at any level, it was certainly expected that by the time you're playing in Falskar, that you have the ability to go to excuse me. There's a oh, it's the elk. Oh, it's the elk that I killed. Oh, I totally forgot about that elk. And he's still there. That's pretty crazy. Let's go to the map. I just want to make sure that we can have the Fushoda before we continue on. We don't need a marker because we don't have any quick travel. So there's the High Hrothgar, which is where the Greybeards are. There's the Ritual Stone. Did I? Oh, hey! Remember last episode? Not last episode, but I believe 2 episodes ago when we learned about the different kind of ritual stones you can find. Well, guess what? We've actually got them on our map. This ritual stone's not too far away either. We could just go there. Oh, it's since we don't have fast travel, let's just ignore it for now. I don't, the ritual stone, I believe, I don't even really want it. I forget what it does, but I remember it's not the one stone I want. The one I do want most above anywhere else.
Where do you want to go?
Iverstead, if you can take me there. Oh,
That's fine.
I have to take you to you have to
Where do you
visit a
want to
small
go?
town. Normally you'd have to walk all the way to Iverstead. But luckily we're able to cheat the system just a tiny bit, and
Sit back and enjoy
we
the
get to
ride.
take the oh, okay, we'll just do that way. Um, excuse me, we're able to cheat just a tiny bit. Now, this is one of the only cases in which one of these mods makes it easier to get around. Normally, it would be a much longer journey, but as well, we are a little pressed for time. I'm trying to get these things done since they are more of the things that are in the way rather than the things that I know people want to do. Oh, I know that dungeon is part of our quest, so I will hold off on that. Let's go to the inn, though. I'm sure we could do with some resupplying. Now, in the last episode, we learned an important lesson about the Dragonborn, and we learned, well, what we learned is that our character, Celestia, might be the Dragonborn. Now,
You don't look like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead?
what?
I think you should continue with your performances.
What's the point?
What do
I'm
you
not very
want?
good, and it's only for the same few.
Here for
people
work?
every night.
Get an axe and bring me all the wood
I
you can
think
chop.
you play beautifully. It would be a shame if you stopped.
All right, Wilhelm. I suppose it's the least I can do for you.
This has to be the worst place in Skyrim to run a mill. How am I supposed to do anything with all those bears running around?
Jeez. What? You having a bear
Are you
problem?
kidding? Those damn things will drive me right out of business.
Oh, that sucks.
Tell you what, bring me 10 of their pelts from anywhere in Skyrim. I'll gladly pay you for thinning out the herd.
Okay. This is one of those gathering quests.
Now
It's
go give
kind of
those
it's
stupid
kind of
bears
of
what's
distraction,
coming to
and it's certainly not important.
Haven't spoken to Fastred yet.
Oh, hello, Lydia.
No. I'll tell you, Wilhelm. If I could
Pardon
sweep
me,
her
my
away from
lady.
here tomorrow,
Would you care to hear me play my lute?
Klimek still has so much to
Here.
Fancy a bit of music? Let me know.
Klimek is doing
What do you
just
play?
Play the
fine.
lute.
You
If
should
you'd like to
follow
hear
your
something,
Oh.
it only costs 5 gold.
Perhaps one, but not
Could
today.
you just sweep the floor for a little more? Huh. Let's get a little persuading going on here.
That's so sweet of you. I'll tell you what. I'll play a special song just for you, for no charge at all.
Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? If only, if only persuading real women were that easy. Let's hear the song.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
We don't get many visitors through here. Unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar, of course.
Yeah, well, that is where I'm heading eventually. Just gonna sit down here and listen. And along the way, why don't we read another book? Oh, wait, we can't hear the music and that as well. No. Yeah, let's listen to the music a little bit. And while we're listening to the music,
You
I'll
don't
talk
look
about...
like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead?
Do you have a problem?
What do you want?
Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
Klimek brings food supplies up to them once every few weeks, when the weather permits it.
That's nice.
Other than that, they seem like a quiet lot. Don't really know too much about them.
Hey,
What do you want, Imperial?
okay, I'd like to hear another song.
Right away, my lady.
Alright, I guess I'm paying 5 gold for this one.
What a boring conversation.
Oh, you shut up. The lady's trying to play her music and show me her sweet gams. In the last episode, we learned about the Dragonborn. But we didn't learn very much, and I didn't talk very much about it. One of the important things to remember about the Dragonborn is that it technically began its... excuse me, as I switch around my armors and stuff. It technically began its...
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
it began its lore, I believe, in the... I believe it was in Oblivion. It could have been in Morrowind, but in Morrowind, there was the great what's the word? The wall that encircled the Red Mountain. In the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, the whole big story of that was that is that you know, an ancient evil had returned and was trying to take over the Dunmer Great Dark Elf lands of. Oh, okay, I'll take your salt pile. It's the least I can take, I guess. Oh, more Argonian blood wine. And the gates were being held up by the power of uh I guess of I believe it was from it was Tiber Septim, who helped
If you're headed up to the monastery, what? It's
Yeah.
a long way down.
thank you. I don't have anything more. I don't think I have any more doing here. Now I might be wrong about Morrowind, because Morrowind is more about the Nerevarine and the Moon and Star, and the freeing of the Dunmer people from the not only from the Imperials but also from their own corruption.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clement?
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery.
Why are you looking right at me?
Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
Anything you can
I've
tell
been
me?
to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thuum, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them.
Yeah, fair enough. What types of deliveries do you make to High Hrothgar?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
Yeah, no kidding. And in return?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
I suppose I could do it for you.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done.
Alright. Anything I should watch out for during the climb?
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you.
Oh.
Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
Alright.
Be careful up there.
I will. And as we go up, let us... What? Why is there a bloody bone in the middle of this pathway? Oh, that's kind of foreboding, isn't it? Okay. Moving on. We're going to learn... as we climb up the steps, we'll learn about the Dragonborn as it applies to the Skyrim legend. But it has a lot more to do than just being able to shout at people, which is kind of not anything at all. Emblem 1. Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their world was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs. For the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land. Now, as is the term Dragonborn, it literally does mean Dragonborn. And I have a book in my satchel, actually, now that I think about it. Oh yeah, we read it. We read it in the first episode. The Dragonborn literally does mean born of dragons. Oh, hello. Oh, you died fast! You died much faster. How'd you get an arrow in your knee? Oh, did I seriously just make that? What the? Oh, hey, Lydia. Where were you just now? Crying out loud. Oh, wait. That's where the arrow came from. That's why that wolf died a lot quicker. Okay. Well, Lydia, just keep up, and I hope you don't die. And if you die, Well, I certainly won't be the first surprised. Let's see. Ancient Nord bow. What's up there? We got some goats. Okay, very carefully. Just gonna sneak on up. Don't you worry, goats. Come on. Yay! We got a goat. At least it didn't fall off of the whole, you know. Sweet. We'll be eating goat leg tonight, Lydia. Haha! Now, the Dragonborn is more than just something that shouts. It is actually someone that is chosen from a line of descendants to rule as the Dragonborn. Oh, hey.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
I am. Let's see. What are you doing?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
I see you're a hunter. Did you hear the Greybeards call Dovahkiin?
I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means.
Well, for one thing, it means it hasn't been done in a long time. But
Okay.
I'm gonna guess you don't visit the Greybeards. Otherwise, they would tell you. Emblem 2. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. These etched tablets talk more about the dragons themselves and how dragons and man came to a relationship. But in Oblivion, the Dragonborn held a significance to be the bearer of the light that would protect the mortal world from the threats of Mehrunes Dagon and his minions. Oh, hello. Excuse me. There we go. Thanks for pulling out your weapon there, Lydia. Real nice of you. Now I just need to heal myself. Alright. Much better. Dead goat? Ah, dead goat. Free goat hide. I like that. Now, in Oblivion, the Dragonborn kept away the threat of Mehrunes Dagon. However, in Skyrim. Excuse me. Come back here. I want your wolf pelt. Thank you. Where am I going? This way. In Skyrim, the Dragonborn will hold a much greater purpose, as he's literally the protection against the dragons, basically. And that's not really a spoiler. So, I mean, if you're playing Skyrim, you know, you're going to be fighting some dragons. I missed. Awesome! Very nice kill screen there, too. I'm definitely getting a lot of goat hides and legs of goat. Certainly is nothing to scoff at. I'll tell you what. Now going back to Oblivion. The game begins with I don't want to take their stuff. I'm guessing it shouldn't be something we take. Emblem 3. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices, but the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. Oh, the dragons broke their hearts. That's so sweet. In Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which takes place in Cyrodiil, the king dies, who is the Dragonborn. And the Dragonborn wears the amulet of kings, which is basically like the giant beacon that says, "Hey, y'all, don't be." Oh, where's the bad guy? There's a bad guy somewhere nearby. Oh, he's behind us. There's a bad guy behind us? Oh, there's the wolf. Let's pull out the Imperial Sword. There we go. I'm certainly killing my fair share of ice wolves here. Then, through that quest, you find the last heir of the Septum line, who is the next Dragonborn. And he takes the amulet, and with it, he uses it to turn into a dragon, and defeats Mehrunes Dagon. At the end of Oblivion, that means, however, that the last of the Dragonborn line is ended. Now, what we learn in Skyrim, however, is that the Dragonborn, and this was covered in the book, in the first episode. If you haven't seen the first episode, you should go back and watch that. You don't have to always watch these episodes in order, but it certainly helps in the adventure of things. But the Dragonborn isn't really a descendant, but rather it is a gift that usually falls along under a lineage or a line. Now, I have not played enough of Skyrim to know what is the significance of our main character to this lineage, but he certainly is he's certainly no one of ill consequence, since he was found traveling with a bunch of rebels. I think this guy meditating here is okay.
Keep an eye out for
Oh.
wolves if you're headed up the path to Hyrhofgar.
Excuse me. I am keeping an eye out for wolves. Why don't you talk to me, though? Did you hear the Greybeards called Dovahkiin?
I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Who are you?
Just a pilgrim. I'd prefer to leave it at that, if you don't mind.
Your name is apparently Karita, because I can see that. What are you doing?
Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years.
Alright, well, I'm going to join you. Emblem 4. Kine called on Paarthurnax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragon against tongue. Kine and Paarthurnax, Paarthurnax is the dragon. I think Kine was like the leader of men. And I'm not entirely sure, you know, it's been a long time since I've read these. But we'll certainly figure that out as we continue on. But, really, it would be foolish to think that all of this lore was written before the Elder Scrolls Oblivion was even released. A lot of the lore is kind of misconstrued. However, what is really great about the Elder Scrolls lore is that it does all fit together still. It still fits together within the realm of, hey, you got a whole bunch of, there's a troll up there. I see you. We need to... Let's see if I can... What do you think my chances are of being able to hit it from here? Well, I got my level up, so might as well take advantage of that. More magicka, because right now health is not an issue. Let's see. I've been getting good sneak, so let's do that. Come here, big guy. This frost troll is not going to be easy to kill. Oh, no, you didn't. There we go. One frost troll dead. Take your troll fat and your iron arrows, and you can eat a dick. Lydia, you okay there? Can I heal you? No, but I can heal myself, which I don't really need. That's cool though. That troll is nasty business. And he certainly doesn't go down easy. The amazing thing about the Elder Scrolls series is that the lore does fit together, even though it might possibly be taken out of context and churned around at times. It certainly is not a flawless system, but it's good. I certainly enjoy it. Emblem 5. Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice was too strong, although their sacrifices were many-fold. If you are wondering why some of these names are being introduced without any context, well, that's how it is. You have to kind of just take it as it is. Alduin was the bad guy. Kyne and Paarthurnax were good guys who helped man. And maybe some of the probably there were wars between dragons as well. But that's cool. Maybe in time we'll be able to take on the big baddies of the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That'd be cool. We got some. Oh, that just goes back to the way we came. There's nothing of importance that way. We're almost a High Hrothgar, I think. I have not, nor do I really wish to count literally the number of steps that are on this travel. As you can see, the steps are not always vertical. Still, nonetheless, it's pretty safe to say that it might very well be a lot. Maybe even a metric fuck ton. It's very possible. I'm not gonna say that it might exactly be 7,000, depending on when you start your count, but whatever. Emblem 6. With roaring tons, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst dragons withdrew from this world. Now, the Sky Children refers to a particular kind of Nord. It refers to the Nords, but it refers to the older Nords. The people who in Whiterun who make the Skyforged steel, which we never really got to that point because we didn't go talk to the companions yet. But that's why the place is called Skyrim, because the Nords are the Sky Children. You know, that's why it's called that. So you kind of have to make some inferences as you go along. I think the game actually thinks that you would be farther along in doing other things besides this story by this point, which is funny. It's funny to think that this game anticipates and expects you to do completely different things that have nothing to do with the main plot. Jurgen Windcaller, who is a Nord, chose silence. Wait. Hold on. I missed something. I think I missed this one. We had 5 and 6, and then this one, which I missed. 7. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. This is kind of confusing to me, and I think this might be because it's not completely revealed. But Tongues at Red Mountain, I believe, refers to Morrowind, and refers to the Red Mountain and to Dagoth Ur. But that doesn't make much sense because they weren't dragons, and there were no dragons in the Elder Scrolls Morrowind. But Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. I think that's to say, I think what happened, I think what it means is that Dagoth was a user of the voice at one point, but then he stopped using it, which is interesting. I mean, that's kind of like an interesting take. It kind of brings everything into Skyrim lore, which, well, if they want to do that, it makes perfect sense. That's the nature of the Elder Scrolls games, is that all of the stories get themselves wrapped up together in the same spot. Oh, we need to reread number 8 because we kind of missed that. So, Jurgen Windcaller chose silence and return. The 17 disputants could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his throne on the throat of the world. We are at the throat of the world. That's what this is. So, High Hrothgar is the throne, and with Jurgen Windcaller, who is, I guess, the first person to use the voice. He basically became king. He became the first Jarl. And I think what's important to note is that with the death of the last Jarl by Ulfric, there is no Jarl at the moment, except for the Jarls of each region. For years all silent, the Greybeards spoke one name. Tiber Septim, stripling then, was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed him and named him Dovahkiin. So, I don't remember this from the Tiber Septim lore. Tiber Septim is explained. He's explained in every single Elder Scrolls game that exists. And here we are at High Hrothgar. Looks very menacing. Let's see. We probably have the sack right down in here. Here we go. Kenlick supplies and a nice little messenger bag. I'm going to store that. And then we'll return to Kenlick in time. Until then, I'm going to take that sack of flour. I'm going to take this nightshade. I'm going to take this dragon's tongue. Because these guys don't need it. They really have no need for any of these earthly possessions. Before we enter in, though, it's important to note that regardless of my skeptical knowledge about what Tiber Septim actually did, it definitely says that he was anointed as king. He was anointed as the Dragonborn. That is something that all the versions of the Elder Scrolls do agree on. I think what it comes down to is that in Skyrim, there are different variations of how Tiber Septim. For example, everyone accepts that Tiber Septim was king and the Dragonborn, but in Skyrim, they worship Tiber Septim as Talos. That was the shrine in Whiterun that we saw, that was in the square, with the guy that's out front and screaming. We didn't talk to him because I forgot. I probably should have talked to him, but whatever. But in other places, Tiber Septim is merely respected as a great king and one of the first kings, or the first king, really. And by being Dovahkiin, he is the Dragonborn. That's pretty much what the name means. So the people of Skyrim have what they call their own version and variation. The people of Cyrodiil have their own variation, and even the people of Morrowind have their own variation. So it's very interesting to note that as much as Skyrim might claim, oh yes, we got it right, it's possible that all the variations are right, and that Tiber Septim might have made a great journey across the world and visited all these places to become Dragonborn. And that'd be something interesting to see in maybe Elder Scrolls 6 or anything that follows the Skyrim series. But with that, let's go right into High Hrothgar, and we'll see what the Greybeards have to tell us. Making it all dramatic by walking.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment. in the turning of the age.
Let's see. You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean? Because I want the people at home to, learn what I just learned. Yay, learning!
First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
Demonstrate your unrelenting force shout. Okay.
Shout at us. Let us taste of your voice.
Alright.
Shout for us, Dragonborn.
I just
Do
did.
not be afraid. Your shout will not harm us.
Oh, you want me to shout at you. Okay.
Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now,
Why are you
tell
called
me,
Greybeard?
Dragonborn, why have you come here?
Why are you called Greybeards? Is it because your beards are gray? Who are you? What is this place?
We are the Greybeards, followers of the Way of the Voice. You stand in High Hrothgar, on the slopes of Kinnarith's sacred mountain. Here we commune with the voice of the sky and strive to achieve balance between our inner and outer selves.
I want to find out what it means to be Dragonborn.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
You mean I'm not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind.
Yeah.
Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
That's a very interesting stipulation because, as I was saying earlier, there could be multiple Dragonborns as spoken about in the book, in the Dragonborn book that we read in the first episode. But this little error of saying that, oh well, you are the only one that we've seen so far, but who knows? I kind of wonder if we were meant to see more Dragonborn. And I'm kind of wondering if that's what the expansion Dragonborn is about. That we'll also get into later on. But anyway, I'm answering. Well, I'm not gonna say call him master because Celestia would not call anyone master. But I am ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro
Alright.
means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply.
Oh. Sweet. Now what? Yay.
A new word like a master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro.
Okay. Give me your row. Row, row, fight the power! Alright.
Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Okay.
Fools, roll!
Cool. Now we just gotta wait for it to cool down, and then do it 2 more times. There's really no reason to do that, but okay.
Again.
Okay. Diglosa. Why can't I learn those words?
Fools, roll!
Hey, Lydia! Look! I'm learning! Shut up.
Once more.
Fools, roll!
There! I learned your language thing.
Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn.
Okay.
You'll perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Brony.
Okay, Bori. Show me the ways of your everlasting grace. Whatever those everlasting graces are. You know. Your graciness. Bori. Bori, are you boring? Ooh, look at the lighting effect of that hallway. Nice. This is really just introduction into the mechanics of the game. It's not really explaining the whole lore behind it, but it does give the important points about Akatosh bestowing the gift of the voice to Kinnereth.
We will now see how you learn a completely new shout.
Okay.
Master Brony will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind. Wold. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thumb.
Word of power learned. Whirlwind. Whirlwind
Approach
sprint.
Master Brony and he will gift you his knowledge of Wold.
Cool. Whoosh. Couldn't I just learn all the words like this?
Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout. Master Wolfgar will demonstrate whirlwind sprint. Then it will be your turn.
Okay.
Master Brony. X. Wold. Now it's your turn. Stand next to me. Master Brony will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes.
Alright, in order to do that, we have to select it. Ready? Cool. Figured it out.
Quick mastery of a new thum is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool like that. Let's see. I thought it was this easy for everyone.
No, indeed not. But beware that your skill does not outstrip your wisdom. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengraf. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
Alright, why are the dragons returning? Does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Let's see. Surely there's more you can tell me.
There is indeed much that we know that you do not. That does not mean that you are ready to understand it. Do
Grrr!
not let your easy mastery of the voice tempt you into the arrogance of power. That has been the downfall of many Dragonborn before you.
Alright. What does it mean to be Dragonborn?
Dragons have the inborn ability to learn and project their voice. Dragons also are able to absorb the power of their slain brethren. A few mortals are born with similar abilities. Whether a gift or a curse has been a matter of debate down through the centuries. What you have already learned in a few days took even the most gifted of us years to achieve. Some believe that Dragonborn are sent into the world by the gods at times of great need. We will speak more of that later, when you are ready.
Okay. Why are shouts in the dragon language?
Dragons have always been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak
Yes.
as dragons.
Kinnereth is a goddess.
For most people, long years of training are required to learn even the simplest shout. But for you, the dragon speech is in your blood, and you learn it almost without effort.
Let's see. There are only 4 of you, as far as Greybeards?
5. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him.
Ooh. When can I meet your leader, Parthenax?
As I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him.
Okay. Tell me about the Greybeards.
We study the way of the voice, according to the teachings of our founder, Jürgen Windcaller. Very few are permitted to study with us here at High Hrothgar. But in your case, Dragonborn, it is a privilege to guide you towards mastery of your voice.
Yes, but the things I will be doing with it are ridiculous. Who was Jürgen
He
Windcaller?
was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born.
Okay, so that was something I forgot when I was giving my big old rant earlier. Way back when, in like, one of the earliest eras of Morrowind, Nords had actually moved into Morrowind and attempted to take it over. So Nords and Dark Elves actually hate each other with a huge amount of passion. And you'll see if we continue on our journey through Skyrim that many of the Dark Elves are heavily mistreated, which is why it's so odd to see that one Dark Elf be the House Carl for the Jarl. Or not the House Carl, I don't remember what she's called, but whatever. Let's see. I don't need to know much about the Greybeards, and well, okay, fine. Tell me about the
We
Greybeards.
study the way of the voice, according to the teachings of our founder, Jürgen Windcaller. Very few are permitted to study with us here at High Hrothgar. But in your case, Dragonborn,
why don't the others talk? Just tell me that.
their voices are too powerful for anyone not trained in the way to withstand. Even a whisper could kill you.
Ooh. So are you basically the weakest? What is the way of the voice?
The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods.
Okay.
True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance.
Let's see. But I don't follow your philosophy. Why help me learn the voice?
The Dragonborn is an exception to all the rules. The dragon blood itself is a gift of the gods. If we accept one gift, how can we deny the other? As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh. We therefore seek to guide you on the proper use of your gift, which transcends the restrictions which bind other mortals.
Yay, I'm special and I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm done talking to you too. Now, unfortunately, because I don't have fast travel, this next part is going to be a bit of a pain in the neck. And by a pain in the neck, I mean I usually get back down by jumping off the mountain and hoping beyond hope that I don't die. In this case, I'm simply going to hurry my butt down as fast as I can to Iverstead. So I'm a little confused, I guess, on some of the specifics, specifically about what Kinnereth are. I mean, we can get into a big discussion about what gods are, and as far as the Elder Scrolls are concerned, what gods are seems to be something of an amazing debate. Sometimes the gods themselves are seen as humans or as mortals that just were not mortal. Sometimes they're seen as dragons themselves. But with Tiber Septim, he's special because it's believed he's the only god that was he's the only mortal that ever became a god. So there's definitely in the Elder Scrolls lore a huge separation between the idea of gods and the mortals that achieved a sainthood. So you have the gods, Akatosh, and then you have Tiber Septim, or Talos, who is revered as a god, but may or may not be a god. He probably is. He might be. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll find out. I'm sure one of the quest lines in this Elder Scrolls game will take us along the answer to that question. Soon enough, this will be an adventure of discovery, not just for you guys, but also for me, as I am still learning some of the things about the game as well, and the secrets that it holds. And that's Riverwood, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's Riverwood. I didn't go back to Iverstead. I can go to Iverstead from Riverwood. Still, it's going to cost extra money, and extra money I didn't want to spend, but oh well. At least I'm not dying. You okay, Lydia? 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 Hey, Lydia? Hey, Lydia? Lydia? Hi, Lydia. My fast travel mod allows my companion to travel with me even when I'm going into difficult areas. Believe me when I say this, it is an imperative part of the Elder Scrolls experience to have a mod with.
I've been looking for you.
Oh, hello.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
What? Who are those guys? Hold on a second. First off, let's read this note. Where did I get it? Jarl of Falkreath. Celestia. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sidgir, and I have the honor to be the Jarl of the proud and ancient city of Falkreath. The fame of your exploits across Skyrim has brought you to my attention. If you are interested in becoming a Thane of Falkreath, hold, I invite you to speak to me the next time you are in Falkreath. Aside from the honor that accrues to the title, my Thanes are entitled to a personal house car. I can also tell you privately that a choice parcel of land in Falkreath will be available for your purchase should your services prove useful to me. I look forward to meeting you in person and I remain Jarl Siggeir of Falkreath. Cool. We got a letter to meet the Jarl. Yeah, maybe we'll take care of that. Where's our next quest taking us? Now that I think about it. If we go to retrieve the Jarl, the horn, oh, it's up this way. It's actually nowhere near Falkreath. It's in Ustengrav. But we are near Falkreath right now. Falkreath is down this way. I don't know. I'm actually kind of...
You there. You're the one they call Dragonborn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your lies fall on deaf ears, deceiver. We know you are the false Dragonborn.
What?
You shall not stand in the way of the true Dragonborn's return. He comes soon, and we shall offer him your heart. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
Okay.
Time to die.
Alright, I got myself into a bit of a fight. This cultist is not dying easily. There's a rooster. Okay. Apparently I can't kill you that way. Fine. I will just kill you. Oh! Or I'll just die. Okay. Sure. That's fine. I didn't care. It's not like... Ah, damn it all. Ah, damn it all. Well... Alright. That's all for this episode of My Little Skyrim. Join us again next time. If you like this episode, leave a like or comment below, and you can subscribe for more. When we come back, I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking on those bad guys again. So, I'm sure when we return, I'll be right back in the thick of battle. Until next time,